guys, it's Colleen from Life on Caterhorse Creek and Caterhorse Creek Vintage, and today we are sharing our really simple winter home tour with you. I did a blog post a few weeks ago about different ways, 7 different ways to add winter decor after Christmas to your home, and I'm going to implement some of those today. I'm going to go through why I do what I do and how I tie the rooms together with repetition of different elements and things like that. I hope you get a lot out of it. If you do, I would appreciate if you would subscribe and hit that like button and follow along. We have lots of things coming up that I'm really excited to share with you. So without further ado, here we go on a home tour. Okay, so we're in our foyer. I kept a lot of things the same as for Christmas. I just wanted to keep it really simple. And like I said before, you're going to notice that I did a lot less things in general, just because I really felt like lightening everything up. So I kept the sled and the picture that I got on Etsy, so those are simple, and then the lantern, and added a little bit different greens and the basket. And then of course in my post about ways to add Christmas, or ways to decorate it for after Christmas, one of the things was adding birch logs and keeping your green. So that's kind of what I did here. And then, so there's the basket. I got that basket at Target some time ago. The blanket, I think I got at a yard sale. And of course the sled, I already told the story about the sled, getting that at Brimfield. So it's really simple. And then over to the great room. I did some other things a little differently this year too. I added more glass, which I feel like really lightens it up this time of year. I know I love to simplify things and kind of regroup and organize and things like that, as many people do. So I wanted to change things up a little bit, add a little bit of glass to lighten it up a little bit. And actually, I really like the way this came out. If you read the post, which I will link down below if you didn't, that print up there was a free printable on that post, so I'll link it. You can go and print it out yourself. I had this one printed at Staples, and I want to say it was like $1 something. So really, really easy, inexpensive way to add seasonal decor to your home. And then throughout the year as well. So, and then I just added some candles in a glass jar, and then some spindles with old twine and some greens. So that's really, really it. And then I kept a lot of things the same, just like I had for Christmas. So this is pretty much the same, minus a basket. But I just kept the greens, and these colors all play off the colors in the picture, on the mantle, and all of the accessories. And then in the great room, oh, there's the entryway table. I just kept really simple. And you kind of have to keep in mind that it's not going to be long before you're decorating for spring, so I didn't want to overfill everything. I mean, let's be honest, I have a tendency to do that, and I like layers, and I like colors and monochromatic, and so in order to do that, you need to add a little bit more layers than you normally would, and texture like baskets. So you'll see that as well. So on the coffee table, I just did a white bowl. Love my books. Great way to add color and texture. And I did a little tiny nod to spring with the bird. And then the pillows are super neutral. I got those on Etsy, and I can link those too. They're really, really nice. Very heavy, nice and thick, really nice quality, well made. And then I added in, another thing that I added in my blog post was to add in the amber bottles for a little warmth. So I did that in a few places. And then you can see throughout where the colors and the textures are repeated, and that's one way you can link one room to the other is through repetition. So I did the baskets, of course, and of course the greens, but also the amber bottles, whites, off-whites, things like that. So, and again, like the layers like this. Add a little bit of interest. And then this room, I changed just a little bit from Christmas. Obviously, took all the red out, but this cabinet is my favorite. I left mostly everything where it was. I added that same print that's on the fireplace, and I just had it done in a smaller size. So there's nothing saying that you can't repeat art in different rooms. And then I changed out the candles here. These were green, and I just changed them out to white to brighten this up a little bit. Added this little key art, I guess you could call it. I made several years ago. I can link that blog post as well. It was really easy and really fun. Just something really different. So there's that. And then this is pretty much the same. Move some things around because, well, you know, I get bored. This is different. I added the art I got on Etsy, and again I had that one I had printed at Walmart. I simplified the top just because it was easier, and left the greens and the birch, and I left the skis and the blanket. So that was really easy to do. And then this room I also kept very similar. Changed the top, changed a few things, but again, in my blog post, one of the things was to leave out your little white houses because that's super easy. Totally winter. I left out the bottle brush trees. And then that is also an Etsy print that I use for Christmas, but it's totally winter. Isn't that cute? It's got like this little buggy. And we left this tree up because we like to have it lit when we watch TV at night. It's really kind of warm. The light is really warm in here, so we're gonna leave it up for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe till I switch over to spring. But then again, that was one of my the points in my blog post too, was to use fairy lights and Christmas lights, and why not? So this I really scaled down on for winter. I was going to do a whole new, because these were, the wall up there was all winter art, and I was like, sometimes you don't have to redo, and sometimes you don't have to replace everything. So we're gonna live with this, and I'm not gonna do that until spring. And maybe I'll make a whole new gallery wall. Maybe I'll just put up some, one big thing. I'm not really sure. And I just really simplified the nesting boxes that Kevin built me. Just pulled out all the red and added some more baskets for texture, and added this print from Etsy, which I will also link below. And just lots of texture this time of year especially. So here, and I didn't even put anything on top of that table. I just didn't feel like I needed to have stuff everywhere, which, I guess that's a matter of opinion as to whether or not I do already. But you gotta do what you like and what makes you happy. So here's this entryway, and I just left this Christmas picture up, the tree up rather, because it's, you know, it's winter. So we'll do a quick, there's the great room. I'll do a quick kitchen because I didn't really change much in here. So let's see. I added that picture from Etsy. That's like an everyday kind of picture, and left the little tree. So it's just a little nod to Christmas, or to winter rather. And a little greens here and there. And then just a really simple cutting board with greens. And if you've never smelled this, the balsam and cedar from Yankee Candle is my favorite. That's Home Sweet Home. This, I think I got this cutting board at a garage sale for $1. I love it. And that's pretty much it. One of the things in the blog post was to add super easy DIY snow globes. And that's what I did on the top of the armoire. Literally, those were all thrifted. Epsom salt is what is in there. If you do this, like I said, it literally takes 2 minutes. I would recommend using the unscented version of Epsom salt. I ended up getting something that was lavender, and although it was nice, it was really, really strong, so it smelled for a while. But so lesson learned. So there's that. And then I kept the shelf just the same as Christmas, just took out the red. That was easy. I haven't really done much with the dining room, clearly. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I didn't wanna leave it all full of greens and stuff. I'm gonna do something fresh, so we'll work on that. And then I just kept these with the whites and greens. So you don't have to change everything. You can just put out some greens here and there and add on with your blankets and pillows and keep it cozy, and add on texture with lots of baskets and you know, other things. And of course you want to add candles. That's one thing that certainly makes it cozy in the winter. And because I kind of pared down, this will be much easier to do spring, which I think I might do like a complete overhaul with a lot of stuff because I get bored. So there you have it. I hope you got some inspiration today. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and like this video. I will be sharing a lot more coming up with some ideas on how to display cutting boards in your kitchen, and we're doing a bathroom over, and I think we're gonna wallpaper the dining room, so lots of plans. And I hope you'll hang out and follow along. Thanks so much. Have a great day.